channel.
Welcome to part 3 of this rousing and inspiring subject titled Strategies for Women to Arise and to Exceptionally Excel. Sometimes, life appears to be very unkind or even brutal to some people, while for some others, it favors them from the day of their births. Many people experience devastating levels of difficulties that frustrate and compel them to give up on life. Sickness, fear, delay, ignorance, depression, and disappointments have wrecked many lives. Some people make concerted effort to achieve their goals but fail and give up after investing time and valuable resources. Before long, discouragement and frustration show up at the door of their hearts. Sometime in June 2024, news made the rounds about a Missouri woman whose murder conviction was overturned after she had served prison time in the United States of America for 43 years. How very sad indeed that she wasted a whopping 43 years of her life in misery and incarceration for a crime she did not commit. That undoubtedly is grave injustice and an unprecedented height of misfortune. Friends, the story of Oprah Winfrey's journey of life is a remarkable and inspiring one indeed. She is an outstanding American media superachiever who is referred to as the Queen of all media. She is currently the richest African American woman. Born in 1954 in Mississippi in the United States of America, Oprah was born into abject poverty to a single housemaid mother. It is alleged that her family was very poor to the extent that in her early teenage years, Oprah's dresses were made from potato sacks from which her peers made jest of her. It is on record that she experienced bitter hardship during her childhood years. She was sexually abused. She even got raped at the age of 9 and also got pregnant at the age of 14. She was delivered of a baby boy who unfortunately did not survive at infancy. But today, in spite of all her struggles and travails while she was growing up, she has eventually become a renowned multi-award winning talk show icon. She is considered to be one of the greatest American philanthropists. The question is, how was she able to turn her low self-esteem and poverty into super achievement? The answers are 1. Education, 2. Hard work, and 3. Determination. Oprah believed in herself. Through resilience, she overcame adversity and now helps others to overcome life's numerous challenges. She worked very hard in school and got full scholarship into the Tennessee State University, where she studied communication. She became an honor student and won awards for oratory. Today, Oprah, a former actress, author, talk show host, producer, and great philanthropist, currently has a net worth of about $3 billion US. She became a millionaire at the age of 32, as well as the first self-made black woman billionaire in the world. What an incredible journey, from poverty to super achievement. But aside from poverty, she ostensibly suffered many setbacks in life, such as sexual abuses, weight gain problems, and turbulent love relationships. She suffered several emotional wreckages, as several of her romantic affairs were abusive. Even at a stage in her life, she was involved in the use of crack cocaine. She once wrote a suicide note, but was not courageous enough to terminate her life. May you never be courageous to give up on your life's journey and mission. Life is no bed of roses. Nevertheless, you have the potential to turn your darkness into light and your setbacks into extraordinary success. Oprah rose to become a renowned media genius due to her resilience and hard work. Her strength lies in her simple philosophy of curiosity, humor, and empathy for the downtrodden. Sharp and attuned to her audience, Oprah's talk show became a seeming motivational therapy session. In January of 2011, she set up her remarkable Oprah Winfrey Network. Undoubtedly, she is an outstanding superachiever who did not seek permission from her male contemporaries for her to achieve greatness. She snatched success from the jaws of adversity. What a superachiever indeed. In this segment, we are going to reel out master key principles that women can apply to achieve their desired goals for success in various aspects of their lives. These master key strategies are effective tools that can break the spinal cord of mediocrity, complacency, and misery in the life of any woman. An ancient scripture says, "Man shall not live by bread alone." How true indeed. But note that man in this context is generic. It refers to the male and female genders. Man must also live by words, because words have the power to create and to destroy. Words can build or break. Words are food for the human mind. It is interesting to note that countless people shrewdly guard their physical assets and homes from thieves and robbers, but they fail to guard the bank of their minds from mind robbers such as fear, anxiety, ignorance, depression, sorrow, complacency, and discouragement. Women, stop feeding your minds with junks that look like candies. These strategies will enthuse you with great inspiration and launch you into the realm of fantasy, for all creation began with fantasy. Some people aver that fantasy is like building castles in the air, but great inventions began through the ingenuity of building castles in the air. Inventions like electricity, airplanes, ships, submarines, laser-guided missiles, and even the wonder called the internet, they all began with fantasy. It is the first step of the creative process. Architects and great inventors apply the tool of fantasy. They design and complete projects in the faculty of their imagination even before the commencement of such projects. Women, the more you exercise the power of your imagination, the more effective it becomes. Imagination is the process of converting your fantasy into reality. A famous Dutch painter, Vincent van Gogh, who lived from 1853 to 1891, said, "I dream my painting, and then I paint my dream." End of quote. Do you remember the renowned German-born Albert Einstein, that incredible theoretical physicist who developed the general theory of relativity, one of the two pillars of modern physics? He once said, "Imagination is everything." He also said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." History records that Alexander the Great traveled on horseback all the way from Macedonia to India. He became king of Macedonia at the age of 20 after the assassination of his father, King Philip II, in the year 336 BC. Alexander became legendary as a result of his many conquests. He is noted to have conquered so many territories in his days that he was referred to as the King of Asia. History reveals that Alexander, who was mentored by the renowned scholar Aristotle, was indeed a great leader. But during that era, he was limited even in his greatness. He rode to battles on horsebacks and fought with swords and spears. He was undefeated in battle and is considered to be one of the greatest warriors of all times. But the difference between his generation and ours is insight, the power of imagination. Indeed, the mind is a very powerful force of energy with boundless creative abilities. Our thoughts are so strong that they are estimated to travel almost 1 million times faster than the sound of our voices. Our thoughts determine our attitude, and our attitude, which is the outer expression of our thoughts and feelings, determines the outcome of our lives. The human mind is the most powerful tool in existence, more powerful than all the tools and weapons on earth. But the mind has no male or female genre. The mind is not the human brain. The brain of an individual is like a computer device that coordinates information between the mind and the body. The mind of a woman is not different from that of a man, but the brain of a woman is different from that of a man. The male brain is bigger in size than the female brain. However, it does not make a man more intelligent than a woman. The mind knows no gender. Inspiration and insight are baked in the oven of the mind, not the human brain. So, whatever idea a man can conceive or achieve, a woman can also conceive or achieve same, and sometimes even more. Please tell me, what is the difference between a 5th century and a 21st century mode of traveling? The difference lies in applied knowledge. When light collides with the mind, it is called insight, and the result will be positive creativity and productivity. You see, people approach life from different perspectives. There are people who can best be described as wanderers. They go with every wind that blows. Some are go-getters. These are determined and focused people. Some are high flyers. These are determined achievers. While some are super high flyers. Which group do you belong to? There are many female super achievers all across the world. Wouldn't you like to be one of them? The strategies in this mentoring program are keys that can open great doors of extraordinary success for every woman. Indeed, keys are small objects, but they are effective enough to open even giant doors. You may describe these strategies as elements that can consolidate the foundation of your destiny. It is true that the foundation of a building is a very important part of such structure, as it is what holds the walls that carries the roof. Ordinary strategies can produce ordinary results, but extraordinary success is achieved through extraordinary strategies. These strategies are designed to motivate every woman to be exceptional in every aspect of their lives. It aims at inspiring women to aspire for greatness. Motivation is important and cannot be trivialized, as it sets the stage for a change. It inspires people to strive for a change and to aim for greatness. However, mentoring is an important aspect of coaching anyone systematically. Learning through mentoring is a fast approach to acquiring the skills for outstanding outcomes. It is better and cost-effective than learning through setbacks and failures. It is true that motivation can inspire one to desire a change and to pursue one's dreams, but mentoring can strategically coach anyone on steps to take to achieve great possibilities. Yes, motivation is very important as it enables people to develop enthusiasm, but mentoring avails you with key strategies that can help you to achieve great successes in life. Women essentially need to believe in themselves. Their success does not have to depend on any man. Lots of women invest time and resources on their appearances to look attractive for men because they inadvertently believe that their source of increase or success must come through a man. That is a lie sponsored by the stubborn rascals called ignorance and deception. Friends, here are some master key strategies that women can apply to open the floodgates for exceptional living in various aspects of their lives. The first is outline your goals. So much has been said about goal setting. It is important that you outline your professional goals, your health goals, your personal goals, and even your spiritual goals. And once you have done all that, then you can list out one major sub-goal under these categories. Also, state what time you would like to achieve such goals and the ways that you intend to pursue your goals to a logical conclusion. This strategy can enable you to achieve your aspirations. One of the goals of this mentoring program is to turn mediocre thinking women into go-getters and exceptional achievers. Sometimes it helps when you plan and strategize by writing things down. For instance, from your list of top priorities, you can make a list of all your goals. A pilot must always follow the direction of his or her digital compass so as to navigate an airplane to a desired destination. Without a digital compass or a flight plan, a pilot could fly aimlessly, waste time and aviation fuel needlessly. You need a compass for your top priorities and goals. Planning is an essential component for success. You need a compass and flight plan to enable you fly to the destination of your dreams. Many people do not really bother about planning effectively or mapping out their goals or routes to their destinations. They simply carry their desires vaguely in their minds. How can one embark on a journey with no address or timeline? An old proverb says, "Where there is no vision, the people perish." A vision is a lucidly defined goal with plans on how to actualize it. So, what do you see in your mind? Write it down. How do you plan to achieve your desires? What steps do you think will enable you to achieve your goals? A Chinese proverb states that the faintest ink is better than the brightest memory. Do not be afraid to dream big. Aspire for greatness and excellence. You can turn an ordinary dream into an extraordinary one if you dare to aim for the top. And importantly, set timelines for your goals. This mentoring program also aims at speeding up your journey to success. It is geared towards providing you with a turbocharged mental vehicle that will take you safely to the point of your goals with power and purpose. It is also very important that you arrive at the destination of your goals in good time. Hey, listen, goals that appear to be impossible can become possible when one applies effective strategies. Convert your dreams into specific goals and outline steps with timelines that you need to take to achieve your dreams. Strive to aim for the best. Don't be one of those who remain comfortable with average achievements, be it in your career, education, business, and your family life. Always aim for the best. It is not a sin. Friends, successful people do not allow obstacles to hinder their goals. When they cannot find a way, they work tenaciously to create a way to achieve their goals. They turn obstacles into springboards for success. When you lack financial resources, you can recruit outside resources such as loans or funds from partners and friends. Borrowing is not unethical. It is what you borrow for and how you apply such loans that matters. The most successful people on earth are borrowers. Nobody can achieve extraordinary financial success without recruiting outside resources. Discover your personality type. That is the second master key. Understanding your personality type and those of your relatives, friends, and colleagues is key to being an exceptional achiever. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? Some people are hyperactive while some are merely passive. Some folks talk a lot while some have a quiet demeanor and listen more. Some people are natural leaders while some are followers. Some people place more value in a good reputation and integrity, while some don't give a damn about reputation or integrity. Some place great importance in nurturing good relationships with others, while some place greater importance in acquiring money at all costs. Every human being has a personality type embedded with strengths and weaknesses. Personality types are often influenced by learned behaviors over the years, And in spite of our religious inclinations or education, our personality types have great influence over our decisions, our actions, and inactions. Every personality has strengths and weaknesses. Teamwork will help others to complement your strengths and override your weaknesses. Your personality type will reveal your behavioral tendencies. When you understand the personality types of your friends, your spouse, or people that you live or work with, then you will know how best to relate with them with better understanding and tolerance. What are the advantages of knowing your personality type and those of others? 1. It reveals your inherent strengths and weaknesses. 2. It gives insight into the behavioral tendencies of people that you relate with and helps you to interact with them more productively. 3. It helps you to know how to encourage and inspire others. 4. It helps you to reduce stress and friction. And 5. It also helps you to take better advantage of people's strengths. You see, when you discover your weaknesses, then you can compensate for them or even eliminate them. For instance, someone may be a hyperactive person and a talkative who finds it very difficult to listen to people's opinion. But upon discovering such weakness, such an individual can make concerted effort to talk less and become a better listener. Such an individual can also be motivated and challenged to be a better listener through the strong personality types of their spouses, colleagues, friends, or relatives. Knowing your personality type can keep you on alert and enable you to modulate your actions and inactions. Knowing your weaknesses could be a springboard for others with strong attributes to help in strengthening your weaknesses. Someone's strength could be your weakness. Therefore, there is nothing to be ashamed about. The inability to manage differences in personality types could spur up conflicts. This is particularly important in order to foster teamwork spirit or even marital bliss. Knowing someone's weakness can enable you manage your relationships and compensate with your strength. The ability to effectively manage different personality types is a skill that must be developed. For effective interpersonal communication, you must strive to respect each personality type, irrespective of what you may perceive as their weaknesses. And for you to be an exceptional achiever, you should endeavor to partner with people who have strength to complement your weaknesses.